I'm Demetrius Jackson, and you're listening to a reading of my book entitled The Realmsic Conquest, The Hero of Legend. Chapter 1. Rain poured from the sky like a flood of emotion, as water washed the overhanging balcony where King Maebus stood. Reflecting upon his situation, his heart pounded as tumultuously as the thunder echoing in the distance. Several hundred feet below him, the currents of the Northwest River battered the rock ledge that supported the Realmsic castle. The violent waters mirrored Maebus' soul. He dreaded what was soon to come, yet he was determined to ensure that the falling rain would not mirror the tears of his people. Sighing heavily, he surveyed the horizon of the only magical kingdom in existence. This was his land, the realm. There was such beauty on its surface, but such tragedy within its heart. A crack of thunder again boomed from the heavens. From the corner of his eye, Maebus thought he saw a flicker of lightning. The dark clouds had gathered quickly on this day, yet weather had nothing to do with the impending storm that now worried him. Like the volatile atmosphere above him, the realm's natural condition had been an unyielding state of war for thousands of years. The discovery of magic initially divided the Realmsic people, and now it was magic that would decide its fate. Maebus' mind flew to the seemingly simple object that held the realm enthralled and compelled enemies to attack. The Realmsic crystal was the source of all magic, the prize that maintained and threatened the realm's very existence. Secretly, he loathed it, yet duty obliged him to protect its power at all cost. Magic, came a voice behind him as though the speaker had read his thoughts. It's both our blessing and our curse. He turned swiftly to discover a dark hooded man standing just a few feet from him. Did I interrupt you, brother? The man removed his hood, revealing a tempered smile. Never, Maebus laughed, relieved to see Grand Wizard Kelm. But I didn't hear you come in. Kelm was not only advisor to the kingdom, he was Maebus' lifelong and trusted friend. Sometimes he wished they really were brothers. The two men clasped hands. The wizard sauntered past him and leaned forward against the balcony. He stared through the rain. How appropriate, Kelm said. A storm is actually coming. Unfortunately, the storm which you're referring to is already here. Maebus joined him and pointed in the direction of the distant western nations. War is upon us, Kelm chuckled. When is it not? For 2,000 years, our history has been an endless string of conflicts and conquerors. True, but not like this. Not like him. Kelm's silence was evidence of his anxiety. Maebus knew that he shared his unspoken fear that their defeat was inevitable. Never in history had the kingdom fallen, yet never had there been an enemy such as Damien. The wizard's gaze intensified upon Maebus, as though he could see through his friend's worn features into his soul. Does he worry you? He asked. Maebus shook his head. It's not the man who worries me, he replied. It's the fervor in his voice. It's the intensity of his influence. What seemed like, overnight, one man spawned a legion of warriors. With them, he now unleashes merciless destruction. Where previous conquerors have demonstrated haste, this man is poised. His tactics, while seemingly erratic, are calculated, intricate, and unsympathetic. Our Realmsic army is sharpened by centuries of physical combat, but it isn't men they now fight against. It's ideology. Yes, Kelm said sharply, but at the basis of all ideology, there exists one fatal flaw: man's own desire to be more than he is. The warlord's tactics are different, I agree, but his motives are the same as those who came before him. Beyond his pretty words and promises is nothing more than common greed. Maebus walked from the balcony into his chamber, his brow furrowed in contemplation. He'd only recently become king, and still found the royal chamber to be uncomfortable. The decor, passed down from generations, felt foreign to him. The overcast skies did little to illuminate the dim interior. Aside from a single candle flame flickering against the cold draft, the room was blanketed in shadowy darkness. Maebus sighed yet again. To his people, this man's greatness is indelible. It's with that passion that they fight. Kelm stood in the doorway, silhouetted by the drab grayness of the world outside. Maebus continued. It would be wise for us to acknowledge the unity they've created. Think of it, Kilm. Thousands of individually focused minds, all in one harmonious agreement to kill us. Kilm laughed uneasily. I would usually consider the union of minds a beautiful notion if it didn't mean our own demise. The king smiled half-heartedly before lapsing into silence. Maebus, Kilm began, his dark eyes filled with concern. An attack upon the kingdom is imminent. Swords and magic will not be enough to face the sheer numbers that Damien will bring with him. How are we to defend our home when this man comes? I have a plan, but I need to speak with the council. Kilm pointed to the door. The council is already waiting for you.